I am Lynette Coverly. I own Coverly Professional Services, a marketing and PR firm in Ventura, California. I met Kiera and the Ambition Studio 2019, 2020 in Jacksonville, Florida. I remember it clearly because she was very pregnant and she was a speaker at the NABO National Conference. And I attended that session. And I had just started realizing I might need a coach. And so I thought this was a good session to attend. I learned a lot and I felt like there was a synergy coming from Kiera. And so I made the choice to have a phone call and see where things would go. And I will add that in that phone call, I had no intentions of pulling the trigger because I'm cautious. We talked about what it would look like, what the time investment would look like. So it's not just about the financial investment, the time investment. And it was myself stopping me from thinking big. It was all the reasons I needed a coach is what was stopping me from hiring a coach, if that makes sense. And so I said yes. And it was scary to say yes. It was not something I thought I could afford. And the reality was I could afford it. I could invest in myself. I was just scared to invest in myself. So it was a decision well worth it for me and for Coverly Pro. The most pivotal moment was helping me to get out of my own head and that I was able to think big and I was able to take risks. And I remember on my laptop I had a sticker, badass bitch or something. I mean, it was something to remind myself, take risks, you're worthy. I have these messages around me and I just thought, yeah, I need to listen to her and I need to do the hard work. And so I often tell people when I refer them, I'll be very honest, she's not the cheapest ticket in town. You don't want the cheapest ticket in town. You want someone who cares about you and your success. And I often say, she's not a business coach, she's a life business coach. And I find that to be different. I find that to be unique. We've had tears, right? We've dug deep into some of my personal stuff. That was the personal baggage I was carrying was limiting my business decisions. So we had to dig into that as well. Not at a counseling level, but at a business life coach level. I went back and looked at the numbers and I found that I had a 1,300% revenue increase over the 3 years we worked together. And it keeps going. We may not be working together now on a regular basis, but the tools you left me with stick with me. So we talked about standard operating procedures. We talked about hiring employees to do the job so I didn't have to work 14-hour days. Let those folks work for me, having that bigger mindset. And since we last met, I now have doubled my employee base. Our revenue has gone through the roof. We had our first $100,000 billing month, which when we first met, I was billing about $15,000 a month, and now we're averaging about $50,000 to $60,000 a month, and we had our first $100,000 month.